talk about real quickly the scripture that I have in front of me here. It's 2 John chapter 1, and it starts at verse 8, but I'm going to skip down to 9, and it says, "Anyone who runs ahead and does not continue in the teachings of Christ does not have God. Whoever continues in the teaching has both the Father and the Son." I think a lot of times in a Christian walk, we see people that are either really on fire, and then when they're either on fire, they're the extreme opposite, where they act like they don't want anything to do with God, and they think that because of the scripture and revelation that Jesus says he would rather us be hot or cold instead of lukewarm. We use that as an excuse. But I think if you get down to the truth of the matter, according to this scripture right here in 1 John chapter 1 and verse 9, it says that if you cannot continue on in your walk with Christ and your journey and growing spiritually, if you don't have the burden to continue on, then maybe you don't even have a relationship with the Father and the Son to begin with. Maybe you were just doing a religious thing, or maybe you were just doing a church thing instead of really getting a hold of God, as in God the Father, and accepting what Jesus did for you and being led by the Spirit of God that did all of the work. Maybe if you're burnt out and you can't move forward in your walk anymore, then maybe you never had the real thing to begin with. It's something to think about. If you're fighting a battle and it just seems like you can't go on, maybe what you had a hold of was some sort of false idol that you created out of religion or out of the relationship, instead of a true relationship with the Father through Jesus Christ, led by the Spirit of God. It's something to think about.